Hello, gals. Hi, welcome to Signature Self, the Signature Self Show. So, this week, I am curious to know, have you actually ever sat down and wrote the struggles that you've overcome? I am excited to actually talk with you guys about this because I believe it is such an important topic. I will be right back. Stay with me. All right. So I did not get a PDF created for this one yet because I've just had a crazy week. Have you guys had those recently? Oh my gosh, yes. So I am going to do my best to get one out to you guys very soon. But the truth is, this is a pretty easy topic to put into like a notebook or journal or just a piece of paper. Hopefully, you've got your binder that we've been talking about this whole time. Here's mine. It's my pretty glittery binder. If you know me, I love sparkle. I love shine. All right. So make sure that you say hello. Let me know who you are because this does not tell me. It's one of the downfalls. And today I'm actually coming on my AirPods, not my microphone. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Please let me know if you cannot. Okay. That does tend to be an issue around here. Sorry about that, guys. So, struggles that you have overcome. So it is February, and we are actually talking about Dump the Junk this month, and that is our focus this month. So one of those things that I really love to do is kind of work through some of these things so that you can be free from them and you can design the life that you want. That's pretty much what we're doing here. I love helping women to stop living in the narrative that others have written for them and help them to start writing their own story. And we do that by discovering our true selves, which we focused on in January, and then dumping the junk, which we're focusing on this month. And then next month, we'll be focusing on designing your ideal life, one of my favorite topics. However, the dump the junk is really important because we all carry so much baggage or trash, if you will, right? We are literally pulling this dump truck and we are super capable, right? So we can actually get pretty far. We can do a lot. We can be leaders in our community. We can be a mom, have a job, do all these things. We can feel like we're making 10 steps forward and 8 steps back because of that dump truck. So, working on this stuff, bringing it out into the light, taking away its power is something that I am very passionate about because once you start to do that, then the freedom, the letting go of that freaking dump truck can allow you to move so far forward. It's amazing what this does. So, talking about the struggles that you have overcome. This is a little bit like a resume, but a little bit different. Really, truly, when you start to sit down and you think about your story, which we have done, we did that last month in writing out your timeline. Sometimes we forget about the struggles, the things that we have overcome to be who we are. I have several things myself, and I'm not going to go super in depth with them because I don't want to make this necessarily a negative podcast. However, or video, whatever you want to call it, I do believe it's important to talk about. It's actually one of the reasons that we have started our Director's Cut show. If you have seen it, it is really good because we are talking about the things that need to be talked about as women that we don't talk about enough. So this week, as we are talking about overcoming struggles, I'm going to share a little bit of mine. I would love it if you feel comfortable. Please, there's no pressure if you would share yours that you have overcome. Because damn it, we need to celebrate that. We really, truly need to look at that as something that is a skill or a almost like a achievement, an award, right? We get these things for other things in our life, like going to school, we get a degree or, a diploma or those kinds of things. But there really isn't like an award for, hey, you were sexually abused as a child and you came through it as a normal person. That's not an award, right? However, we need to recognize, and I want you to recognize today, that if you've been through something like that, if you've been through verbal abuse or sexual abuse or a narcissistic relationship, there's so many things that we have to overcome. Sometimes it's just a difficult child that you've had to raise, that you've raised. All of these things are things that you have done, and they make you qualified for a lot. So, writing these down, that's why I say it's a little bit like a resume, because truly, you've overcome those things, and you probably are who you are today because of those things. So, a couple of things that I have on my chart, and I have done this several times, and sometimes you got to redo it because, right? Like sometimes we go through crap and we just don't acknowledge it. Recently, in the last 5 years, I had a person in my life who basically berated everything that I am, hit me at my absolute core. They attacked my faith, my character, who I am. They made claims and accusations that were not true. They took their own insecurities and completely turned them around on me. It was a really, really rough thing. I can tell you there were so many tears. It really hit me at the core of who I was. And part of that was because I had worked so hard to be who I was. I had made so many dumb decisions as a young 20-year-old, as an older teenager and young 20-year-old, that I worked, but my ass off to be the person who I am today. We have worked on our finances. We have worked on our relationship. We've worked on our parenting skills, everything. We have worked so hard. We have read books. We've sought out mentorship. We have been to counseling. We have struggled to get to be who we are today. So that person attacking me in that way was absolutely it just tore me down. It took a very long time to get over that. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I have to still do the work. Remember last week we talked about forgiveness, and we have to forgive ourselves, and forgiving the other person is not for them. It's for us. It took a lot of energy and thinking and processing for me to be able to release those feelings that I had towards that person. Oh, it took a long time. And even like I said, today, sometimes I'll see something. I mean, I've removed them from everything. I've blocked them. I don't look at them every now and then, though. We do have a couple of people in our lives that we have ties to. And so I'll see that person and it brings back the flood of everything. And I literally have to say, Mariah, stop it. You need to let those thoughts go. Why are we thinking about this? And sometimes I got to turn on music, or I got to kind of redirect my brain, but it's a practice. But that is something I've overcome. And I'll be honest, some of the things that she said about being a person that comes across, giving the third degree, I felt like I was just asking questions to get to know the person. Like, really kind of hit me at a place too, especially being the leader of a women's group. I was like, is that how I come across? Am I really feeling like it? It really has made me second guess myself a lot. And not in a bad way. Some of it's good. Some of it is good for me to recognize, oh, well, I am a high ID in the DISC. If you guys took that previously, you know. So that's a very dominant, a very outgoing, enthusiastic, and dominant personality. So it is definitely possible that I did come across that way. And so just making sure that I'm checking myself and not bowling people over, good did come out of it, right? So I can't completely deny that there's potential that some of what she said was true. So overcoming that has helped me to try and be more sensitive, try to be more thoughtful in how I approach new social situations, meeting people, that kind of a thing. Was it all true? Absolutely not. And I can own that. I can take that credit. But it took me some real true, just like reflecting and asking and questioning and real honest reflection to get through that. So that's one thing that I've overcome recently. A little less recently, another thing that we've overcome is our finances. I will tell you, we have been broke. We have been in that place where it is like, well, someone will probably get paid this month. Like maybe we should, try it. We'd have to like prioritize. Okay, we can pay a portion of our electric bill. We can't pay it all. And just hope that they cashed it so that, like maybe it'll do something. We have done so many stupid things like, when used to actually flip through our checkbook, it would be Papa John's, Papa John's, Papa John's rent, Papa John's, Papa John's, Papa John's internet, Papa John, like, ooh, bad choices. We have had a lot of things that we have done financially that have just been so stupid, so stupid. I won't go through them all because it'll bore you to death. And maybe some of you will get a giggle out of it. So maybe if you want to hear it, let me know. But so many dumb decisions. And we had to do a lot of work to fix that. We took the Dave Ramsey course, the Financial Peace University, and he talks about one person being a saver and one person being the free spirit. Well, me and Alex were both free spirits. So we're like, okay, what do we do? We both have enough of both that we're just like, oh, we really both love spending. And oh, neither of us is good at saving. So we had to really work to be disciplined and to actually pay off our debts. And we've had to live in itty bitty little places so that we could make enough money to, actually pay things off. We've lived in the ghetto. Oh my gosh, ghetto. Of course, it's of Vancouver, Washington. So take that as how you want to take it. If Coco is watching, I know you're laughing at me right now, right? The ghetto of Vancouver. I know it's not quite the ghetto. But overcoming that, you better believe we are not perfect with our money. We're pretty damn good. I will admit there have been times when we have had conversations and we have been like, even like when we bought our house, we know ourselves well enough. We made really good equity on our house, but we had to put that in places. It had to go towards our new house. It also had to, we knew that we were going to make an apartment for Alex's parents. And that included a kitchen and an entryway. We knew that, we actually wanted a new car for me, but with the prices being what they were, we actually decided, and you know what, let's fix up the car we have, because if we could spend 40 grand on a used van, but we don't know what issues it has. And that's how much it was. Like, I'm not going to spend that. So instead we put money in my old van. I know the issues it has, and we got a paint job. We got things fixed. We made it very nice. In fact, the other day we got it washed and I was walking and I'm like, is that my van? Whoa, it's so nice looking. It looks almost new. We could have spent all that money on a used vehicle and it could have been a money pit. We don't know. But the decisions that we make, we really think through, and we're not quick to be impulse buyers anymore. And, we also have play money. We're smart about having that. I think that is very key to helping with finances, because you being able to just spend, it could be small. Our play money when we were broke was like $5 each. And that was per paycheck. But I didn't care what Alex spent it on, and he didn't care what I spent it on. That was huge, especially while we were getting out of debt. So that is something we have overcome. And I'll be honest with you, both taking the classes and facilitating the Dave Ramsey classes, we helped a lot of people with their finances. So do I say that I'm a financial coach? To some extent, yeah, I do, because I have actually helped people create budgets and be able to pull money out. I have helped people do all kinds of things with their finances because we have that background. So it is, again, this is why I say it's like a resume. Overcoming the issue that I had with that gal, the skills and reflection that gave me, I understand several things better than I did before. I am able to help coaches and women be able to solve conflict and see both sides. Doing the DISC and learning all of that has helped that even further, because I can kind of look and see like, oh, I'm an ID. I didn't know this at the time. And if I was to guess, I would say she was probably a high I as well. And our personalities just had some conflict. So I can recognize that better now. So these things that we go through, hopefully we learn from them and they make us better people. It definitely doesn't mean that we like what happened or what we had to go through. Absolutely not. I don't like that, I was abused as a child sexually from, babysitter and some family. Has that turned me into a different person? Absolutely. Somebody who is willing to speak up, somebody who is willing to set boundaries for my own kids. When they were growing up, I absolutely 100% was not willing to do certain things because I knew where my things happened or how they happened. And I wasn't putting my kids through that. I also wasn't willing to listen to what certain people in our family would say. It helped me to draw boundaries around toxic people in our life. I wasn't putting up with that. I wasn't going to just go to another Thanksgiving with the toxic person, not going to say who, in my life that every time we would leave, I would be apologizing for the things that they said and doing recon with my kids over what was said because it was racist, it was homophobic, all these things that I was like, I am so sorry that you had to hear that. This is not what we believe, and this is not how we think. I am not okay with that. But going through that stuff helped me to be that way and helped me to stand up for myself, my kids, people around me. And, I am not perfect at that. I'm still working on it. But you better believe I am heck of not going to let that happen to someone around me. Absolutely not. So what I want you guys to do, I could go on and on about this topic. How about you guys? Anybody else have like so many freaking things they've been through that they're like, I am who I am. Oh, I see someone's commenting. Hello. I'm really feeling like it might be Coco from the comments. Mwah. So here's what I want you to do. You can get a piece of paper. I'll create a PDF for you guys, but I don't want you to wait for it. Just get a journal, a piece of paper. I don't care what it is. Write down the things you've overcome. But I don't want you to just write down the things that you've overcome. I really want you guys to reflect on the lessons learned because you overcame that and what that has done for you and to you so that you are who you are today. the things that you've learned, the things that you've grown. Write these down. I know this is a little bit of a difficult topic. I know February is a little bit deeper, but guys, do this work. Do this work. The confidence, the freedom, the things that are going to come out of this. Oh, I want that for you. I want you ladies to be able to design that life that you want. And knowing this stuff about yourself is going to allow you to do that, because you're going to move forward with so much confidence and gumption. You're just going to be like, oh, heck no, I ain't putting up with that at this job. Or no, this is not how we're going to do this family tradition anymore, because we're not putting up with that. It is difficult to do if you haven't worked on these things. So please, 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 if you do nothing else, February's work is so key. I love it all. I think it all works together. But February's work, dumping the junk, oh, so much, so important. All right. Please do that. If you want to reach out to me, you want to dive deeper into this, I absolutely want to do this with you if you want to work with me. This is where I will offer my coaching. I have not been offering it here. I typically do work with coaching through my company, which is working with coaches to help them get their goals. However, if you are going through the Signature Self and you are like, okay, I need to actually go a little bit deeper on this stuff, reach out to me. Let's have a phone call first. I will not offer you my coaching if it is not a good fit. However, what I can do is talk with you and process some of this stuff with you, and you can ask me some questions. And at the very least, we will do that. So I am seeing some great comments over here. Yay. Thank you so much. Yes. Then we have a moment and realize no more, right? It's crazy. I like this one. How we put up with toxic people for so long. Yeah, absolutely. We really do. And part of that is because we've had certain things drilled in us, like family is family, or no matter what, and family sticks together, and family is forever, and friends are temporary. All those like things that have been said. Not if your family's not healthy. Just saying. If they're not, then you may want to change a few things. And I have. Those are some things that we have said, you know what? If this person is coming to Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. We just can't do it. And I love, I've forgiven that person, but that does not mean that I'm going to put my kids in that situation. Now that they're older, I can at least be in the same room with that person because they are like key to seeing some people in my life. But am I going to trust that person? Am I going to say things that I think are going to be repeated? Nope, not going to do it. If you've not had the chance to talk with Mariah Young, you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much. Now I'm thinking it's Dawn Renee. Now I'm not sure. I hate that it doesn't show me who this is. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. I love being able to talk through this stuff with women. I just really do believe it's so important. So yes, please feel free to reach out. It does not have to be for coaching. I can just answer some questions. But it is key work. Okay, it is Dawn Renee. Yay. Thanks, Dawn Renee. All right. You guys have a fantastic week. Please do reach out if you have questions. And last thing I'm going to share with you, and there will be a post on this really soon, probably this evening, is Galentine's is coming. Yay. So we're doing things differently this year. And I shouldn't have waited to announce this. I'll put it in the description so you guys can see that it is in here. So Galentine's this year, we have been empowering and encouraging you guys to try and get you guys to hang out for years. We've decided this year that we're going to equip you. So we have reached out to a few ladies to see if they would be willing to be hostesses of their own Galentine's at their home. And so we've had a few say yes. And I will be honest, if there isn't one near you and you wish to do one, totally up to you. We're going to be collecting addresses to starting today so that we can tell you which one is closest to you. That's really its only purpose. But if there's not one in your area and you want to do one, let me know. We probably won't be able to coordinate for the gals, but we'll be happy to give you any information about how to throw one. So please feel like you can know that you can do that. So we will have locations in Vancouver, Washington, Oregon City, Oregon, California. I don't actually know the city. Sorry, Kira. I will have to get that out to you guys. And Saratoga Springs, Utah, because I'm doing one here. So we will put a sign up form in. It's a really easy form. It'll take you less than a minute. We just want your name, email, phone number for communication, and your address so we can make sure that we hook you up with the right house. We will not be sending you spam, I promise. If we did send you anything, it would be fun mail. So but yeah, so those are going to be coming out. Make sure that you guys sign up as quickly as possible. We're a little bit late on this year. We know it, but it is what it is. Luckily, we're not trying to fill a space. There's no cost as far as ticket goes. You just buy 5 gifts. We suggest $10 and under per gift to swap. So you will bring 5 gifts and you'll leave with 5 gifts. So yay, it's going to be so much fun. All right. I am going to be done. I've been rambling on. You guys have a fantastic week. Mwah. I love you all. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. All right. Bye. Oh no, I am there.